Welcome to the channel, everybody. Thanks for checking out the video. Today's video, we are going to be discussing recruiting. So if you have a college roster, if you're on PC, you probably can mod a college roster into any 2K. If you're on console, NBA 2K 16, 17, 18, 19, going forward, if you have a college roster, you can use what I'm going to show you today to basically recruit your players. So as you see on the screen here, I have some real life photos of real players, but here they have fictional names. Also, you'll see, let's take a look at it and break it down. You'll see what tier recruit they are. So here I have all 5-star recruits, and they all have their high school rating showing. All right, so the high school rating is going to be calculated by this spreadsheet that you see here. And yes, this is a spreadsheet. This spreadsheet was made using Google Sheets. So if you have a Google account, you will be able to use this recruiting tool. As you can see, my school of choice is Georgetown. I could actually change that. I'll show you later in the video. And also here we have the player positions and player thoughts and their commitment status. So the top row has 4 recruits. 3 of the recruits are committed to schools. 1 is currently deciding the schools. And then below we have 3 open slots to recruit 3 more players, which I'm actually going to need to take advantage of, because as you can see, the first recruit I tried to get is committed to Belmont. The second still deciding. The third has committed to my school, Georgetown. And this 4th prospect or recruit has committed to Wisconsin. So I've lost out on 2 of my 4 already, and I could possibly lose out on 1 more. And so I'm going to need to make use of these guys. So what I'm going to show you next is the dashboard. Again, anybody who has a Google account or Google email, whatever, you will be able to use this spreadsheet. I will release it with full tutorials, but I just want to give you guys an overview of what it's got going on. So as you can see, the players here have their names listed under the picture. And also the pictures, you can replace the pictures with whatever photos you want. So you don't have to use these photos. Actually, these photos won't even come with the spreadsheet. All of them will be blank photos, and you can just replace them as you see fit. And let's go back to the dashboard. We can look at, this is recruit 1, Mike Joy, RJ Johnson, Robert Davis, Raquel Chesser. So we're going to see a breakdown of how I've been recruiting them here in this little circular graph. I spent most of my time recruiting Mike Joy, who decided to commit to Belmont. So I wasted a lot of time recruiting that player. Let's see, who else do we have? My second highest is the Raquel Chesser. Spent a lot of time recruiting that player, and they committed to Wisconsin. And let's see, who committed to me? Robert Davis. So Robert Davis actually committed to my school, Georgetown. And as you can see here, I spent the least amount of time recruiting this player. So this player already had a high interest in my school before they came. Man, this spreadsheet right here, man, I'll have to show you guys how it updates. I'll show you guys that in just a second. But so we have, let's go from left to right. So here we have the player motives, has a breakdown of what the player is interested in as far as school. So Mike Joy is least interested in academics and is the most interested in the school's prestige. Let's see if we can find one who's most interested in going pro. Here we go. Raquel Chesser. He is most interested in going pro. Least, very, very lowly rated interest in academics. Not really at school to go to school. Probably interested in being a one and done. Then over here, you got guys, how do they rate their playing time? Where do they, so for Mike Joy, playing time is the second most important thing. For this person here, Robert Davis, playing time is the least important factor. That's my phone going off here. Sorry about that. But playing time is the least important factor for this player. So let's see what else we got going. I'm going to get off of this dashboard and let's move on to this sheet. This sheet has the full breakdown of all the data. So here you'll see again the player names. Here you'll see the player's overall rating coming into college, which will basically be their rating within the draft class. Like I said earlier, if you look, Mike Joy has an overall rating of 89 coming into college, but his high school rating was a 94. All right. So let's take a look at some other stuff. Let's go back to this sheet. As you can see, has even more info: play for winner, loyalty, financial security, the player's preferred school. Down here, we have how many times you've contacted each recruit. Then it breaks it down. How many emails did you send them? How many calls did you make? How many visits did you make? So like to this guy, I made 5 visits. Whoosh. And I never offered a scholarship, which may be why I never got the player to commit. All right. So basically all of this information is like auto input. Yeah, auto input. And I'm going to show you where. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. Let's see what we got. All right, guys, sorry about that. I accidentally stopped my recording. So let's get right back into this. So all of this stuff in this spreadsheet is auto updated. You don't have to put anything into this spreadsheet manually except for the photos, the player portraits. So let's see, where is this drawing? Where's this spreadsheet drawing its data from? So basically what you're going to do, I'm going to have 3 of these Google forms that you'll copy over to your Google Drive. And the first one is the school setup. So let's look at it. When you get it, it'll look like this. You'll go up here to the little eye icon for preview. You'll start up selecting your school. So let's say, okay, well, I already have my school selected, but if you want to, I selected Georgetown. So I just have to find Georgetown. I will click Georgetown. I'm not going to submit this. I'm just going to take you guys through everything. Select your system. Go to next. Your most needed position. This is going to be very important because you're going to get added points. Well, recruits are going to want to come to your school more if they are in your most needed position. And then your team goal. And then click submit. I'm not going to click submit here because I already have Georgetown as my school. And you can only play as one school at a time. So let's move on to the next thing. The next thing you will do is you'll go to prospect selection, appear, preview. So here's where you'll type in the player name that you want to recruit. Hold on, let's see if I can give you guys a live example. Let's just Google search for draft classes, 2K19 draft class. Because I don't want to open up the game. So let's see if I can find something. Here we go. We'll just use this. All right, so All right, Bucky Antipov. Bucky Antipov. Position is a shooting guard. All right, so this is what I'm going to do. If you were in your game, let's say this screen was up in your game, and this is the player that you want to recruit to your school, then you just type their name in. Type his name in. Then enter the overall rating of the recruit. I'm sorry, guys. The recruit's rating. On this screen, it doesn't show you the recruit's rating because this is inside of my league. But if you were just in your create draft class outside of my league, then you would see the recruit's overall rating. So we're just going to make up a rating here. But you would need to know the real ratings of your draft class before, and before putting them in your My League. All right, so we're gonna say this player's rating is a 74, which means they're gonna be a 74 coming into college, and then the spreadsheet is gonna tell us what they were in high school. All right, so 74, and then also the highest rated player of that recruiting class. So that would mean whoever is the highest in that draft class put their rating. So let's say the highest player is a 89. All right, so let's go next. All right, enter the player's play for winner rating. You'll have to look at that in game. Let's just say 99 for play for winner. Enter their loyalty rating. We'll say 87. And financial security, we'll go 98. Now, in game, if these are all the same, if these three values are all the same, you want to actually make them different. So maybe you have to add or subtract a point from each one, but you want to make them all different because it's going to affect your recruiting if they are all the same. It's going to make it hard to really recruit that player because if that player is not does not have your school as the school they want to go to, then it's going to be hard to recruit a player that has the same rating for each of these. All right, let's move on. Enter the value the prospect has showing in their college from field within the edit player. All right, let's see. See, like here, it's not telling us where this prospect is from, but if in game is at under the college field, if it said like, let's see. We'll say Ohio State. If it said Ohio State, that's basically going to be like the school that the prospect prefers. I'm sorry, guys, if I sound all over the place. I'm trying to keep up with the screen and talk. All right, so let's select Ohio State for this player because in game, we're going to say that his college says Ohio State. So let's click next. Select the player's position. This player is a guard. Click submit. All right, now we're gonna go back over here. As you can see, the screen has updated, has added this prospect to this prospect has been added to the graph and chart. Over here tells you like this prospect is really interested in Ohio State. The competing school is going to be the black bar. Your school is going to be red. But as you recruit more, you'll get more points. You'll build up points. As you can see, this prospect is not over here because I haven't actually started recruiting that prospect yet. All right. So now let's go to Recruit Central. You can see here, this prospect, what did we say their rating was? Let's go to sheet 1. This prospect's rating is a 74, but the highest rated player in their class was like an 87 or something. So in high school, this player would have had a rating of 83. All right. But anyway, you can also replace this picture with a picture of the prospect. So let's go through and do that real quick. Press escape. So I got to go to insert image, and I just got to find an image to insert. I've got some here, even though it's not the same picture as that Carmelo Anthony that was there. That's fine. This is just to show you guys how it will work. I could have just took a picture of the Carmelo Anthony, but I'm not gonna do that. Let's just say this is the picture we want to use. All right. It doesn't fit in with my other ones up here that I took the time to make and cut out, but that's fine. All right. So we have that there, and the player's thoughts is they are slightly interested in Georgetown, but we already know that player wants to go to Ohio State. And so now what's left is, let me get out of this. I can get out of this. I've already selected this prospect, so now the prospect is added. So now once these whenever you add a prospect here, you can now start recruiting them using this last Google form, the red one here. So I just have to add this recruit's name to option 5. So it's going to be Bucky. And make sure you spell the name correctly, or your recruiting attempts will not register. So go back over here, ANTIPOV, and that's it. All right, go up to preview, select next. All right, so I'm going to select which I want. This guy, this is the one I want to recruit. Everybody else has already been recruited for the most part. So as you select options, they will disappear. So you will only have limited options. So they will disappear, but for the sake of this video, they will not disappear. So let's click on one of these. Let's go to call. We'll do a call. Select my pitch. We don't want to, well, now before choosing this, we need to see what is this prospect most interested in. And I told you guys, the spreadsheet will automatically tell you. So here we go. Academics. I don't want to pitch on academics because this prospect is not interested in coming to Georgetown for academics. Prestige, yes, but mostly go pro. Also, playing time is a big factor. So we'll recruit based on going pro. So we'll say pro potential. How do you feel about one and done players? Well, we do for this guy. I'm just gonna say it's part of the game. Playing great gives you greater opportunities. Click that. Has your school produced NBA draftees within the last 2 years? I can't remember if Georgetown has or not. I'm gonna say no, and let's see what comes up. Are there any undrafted players from your school in the NBA, G League, or EuroLeague currently? Let's say yes. Would you like to offer the player a scholarship? I'm going to say not at this time. All right. As you will see, offering a scholarship up front right away won't necessarily get you as many points with the player as offering after you've tried to recruit them, after you've done a couple sessions, recruiting sessions with the player. Okay, so now that I answered all those questions, let's go back and see the player's interest. Okay, the player's interest has grown, but Ohio State is still up there. And as you can see, oh wait, has it grown? Huh. Let's see. Let's go over to sheet 1. Okay, it's not registering. It's not saying that I actually contacted player. So let's make sure that name is right. Yeah, Bucky. Okay, I think I know why it's doing that actually. If I go over to my recruiting sessions, yeah, I've gone past my max number of recruiting chances. So let's delete somebody else's. Let's delete this one. Delete row. Not registering right now. All right. So as you can see, well, it does work, but I'm going to have to work on this sheet a little more. That's very disappointing to run into this issue live while I'm recording, because this prospect's interest should have gone up and I should have saw this prospect's name here because I have contacted them. But as you can see here, it says I haven't contacted the player at all, which I have. I just went through and contacted them. So I'm going to have to work on that, see what I can get. Delete another row. Let's see if I can delete some of these and see if it changes anything. Nope, still not saying that I've contacted this player. All right, so anyway, I'm gonna still work on this. I'm gonna come back, with another video, but I just wanted to show you guys how this works. So normally I would have answered those questions and then the interest would have changed. It'll show my interest going up, and also maybe Ohio State is still recruiting him right now, so theirs will go up a little bit. But anyway, for right now, I've given you guys the gist of how this will work. Now, you can do these little answering these questions and recruiting sessions. You can do these on your phone while you have this up on your computer, and you can watch your prospects' interest in your school change right here on your computer live while you answer the questions on your phone. All right, guys. So that's all I got for now. I'm going to try to come back, I've got to make sure the sheet is completely working. I know for the first 4 prospects, at the very least, the top row of prospects is going to work without issue. So I'm just going to have to make sure I can get through 7 prospects without the sheet having any issues. So as you can see right now, when I went to the 5th prospect and tried to recruit, the spreadsheet was not registering my recruit attempt. So we'll see. I'll work on that and I'll be back with more. Just wanted to give you guys this update on college hoops recruiting. Is coming soon. It's coming very soon. And I'm very new to Google Sheets. I'm completely new to Google Sheets. So it's taking me a little while to learn this and put this all together. I don't know, I might have hundreds of formulas in this sheet. All right, I'm out.